What could happen is a sudden breaking down of the walls of the subconscious unconscious mind, resulting in basically this huge release of mental content to the surface of the mind, which could be shocking if unexpected. This is what happened to me. There is something in Buddhism called storehouse consciousness, which exists in something the bardo, which is basically a memory storage container. Contained in this place is all your memories, sensory impression memory, childhood memories and memories from yesterday afternoon, emotional, flashbulb, memories, energy. Basically your karma and your karmic imprints are contained in this place, and all of it could be released like water as it rushes out of a dam that breaks down or falls apart. When this happens, you are well on your way to enlightenment, full awakening, but please be careful you don't do this all at once. If you will, it could be an extremely shocking or distressing experience. When it happened to me 2 or 3 days after my 45 mushroom trip, I thought I was going insane. I thought I was losing my fucking mind because the dam broke open and everything poured out into my head all in one single instant. I remember hearing like monsters and demons screaming at me. I heard crying babies in my own head, and I was watching as my ego tried to put itself together after falling apart, and it kept breaking down and breaking apart like a house of cards, just constantly falling down. Memories and emotions all rushed their way into my head, and I had no clue what was going on. Had I had like a guru or a yoga to assist me, however, I would have known that kundalini was basically destroying the walls the ego builds and releasing all that energy to be burned away and cleansed in the light of the conscious mind. So long story short, try and be careful and educate yourself. Listen to bad and good stories and don't try and do too much at once. Bite off more than you can chew, because then you'll get the dark night of the soul. Lol. Same thing supposedly happened to Carl Jung in his later years, and he thought he was going nuts. Neither a student nor anyone else should awaken their kundalini. This process should be learned from a teacher or by joint a class. The energy can rise smoothly, and it can be uncontrolled and have disturbing emotional results. It could be a helpful, calming and relaxing part of your life, and it can cause loss of energy and disturbed sleep patterns. A student is no different from anyone else apart from a lot of intellectual activity. It is a gateway to another world, to grossly oversimplify it, and it should not be considered or practiced as separate from the wider picture. It is not a pursuit like chess or doing crosswords. My awakening was a high-functioning, mostly awakening. My symptoms were mild and mostly manageable. However, perhaps in 70% of the cases, for the unprepared, a kundalini awakening can be tumultuous. If your kundalini awakens, and you have problems, you can seek the help of a spiritual emergence coach or a transpersonal psychotherapist. Also, there are several support groups on FB, some good and some not. Now, I do want to mention one thing. Many people confuse a general spiritual awakening with a kundalini awakening. The two are not the same. The latter has energy in the chakras and the nadis as its main feature. A spiritual awakening can have some energy activation, but it is not the central issue.